Have you ever felt a sudden wave of dizziness after standing up from a chair, a fleeting lightheadedness when bending down to pick something up, or an unexplained fatigue that lingers even after a full night's sleep? If you're over 60, these could be more than just signs of aging. They might be silent warnings that your brain's circulation is in trouble. Even more alarming, the daily vitamins you take, marketed to boost memory, heart health, or fight aging, could be quietly increasing your stroke risk by up to 347%, according to recent U.S. research. You need to watch this video until the end because missing even one small detail could mean overlooking a hidden risk that's silently damaging your brain's blood vessels every day, putting you or your loved ones at risk of a life-changing stroke. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Vitamin E. The hidden risks of synthetic forms. Vitamin E has long been celebrated as a powerhouse nutrient, often hailed for its potential to support heart health, promote radiant skin, and enhance memory function. Found in many multivitamins, especially those marketed to seniors, it's a staple in countless supplement regimens. However, what many people don't realize is that up to 90% of vitamin E supplements available on the market, particularly in budget-friendly multivitamins, contain a synthetic form called D-alpha tocopherol. This synthetic version differs significantly from the natural form of vitamin E, known as D-alpha tocopherol, which is derived from whole foods and is far more compatible with the body's biochemistry. The distinction between synthetic and natural vitamin E is not just a matter of labeling. It has profound implications for your health. Once ingested, D-alpha tocopherol enters the bloodstream but is metabolized far less efficiently than its natural counterpart. Worse, it can interfere with the absorption of natural vitamin E forms, including gamma and delta tocopherols, which are essential for protecting blood vessel walls, reducing systemic inflammation, and preventing abnormal blood clotting. These natural forms act as potent antioxidants, neutralizing free radicals that can damage cells and contribute to chronic conditions like atherosclerosis or cognitive decline. A landmark study published in the British Medical Journal in 2005 raised significant concerns about synthetic vitamin E, revealing that high doses of D-alpha tocopherol increase the risk of brain hemorrhage by 22% in older adults. This risk is particularly alarming for individuals taking blood-thinning medications such as aspirin, warfarin, or newer anticoagulants like apixaban. The combination of synthetic vitamin E and these medications can dangerously thin the blood, increasing the likelihood of bleeding events, including life-threatening brain hemorrhages. Warning signs of excessive blood thinning should never be ignored, especially in seniors, whose blood vessels naturally become more fragile with age. Symptoms such as frequent nosebleeds, unexplained bruising, dizziness upon standing, or sudden blurred vision may indicate that your blood is too thin, placing undue stress on the brain's delicate microvessels. These tiny vessels are critical for delivering oxygen and nutrients to brain cells, and any damage can lead to cognitive impairment or stroke. The insidious nature of synthetic vitamin E lies in its cumulative effect. It may build up in the body over days or weeks, turning a seemingly beneficial supplement into a silent threat. This risk is amplified when the body is dehydrated, under stress, or experiencing even mild elevations in blood pressure, all of which are common in older adults. To protect yourself, take immediate action by checking the label of your vitamin E supplement or multivitamin. If it lists D-alpha tocopherol, it's synthetic, and you should consider discontinuing its use. Instead, seek out products containing D-alpha tocopherol combined with other natural tocopherols, such as gamma and delta, which are more bioavailable and better support cardiovascular and neurological health. Even better, prioritize whole foods rich in natural vitamin E. For example, a small handful of sunflower seeds provides over 7 milligrams of vitamin E, meeting a significant portion of the daily recommended intake. Other excellent sources include avocados, spinach, almonds, and hazelnuts, all of which deliver vitamin E in a form your body can efficiently utilize. If you're taking anticoagulant medications, it's critical to consult your healthcare provider before making any changes to your vitamin E intake, whether from supplements or food. Abruptly altering your intake could affect your medication's efficacy or increase bleeding risks. By eliminating synthetic vitamin E from your routine and focusing on natural sources, you take a vital step toward protecting your brain's microvascular system, one of the most vulnerable and easily damaged systems in the body after age 60. Vitamin A. The dangers of synthetic accumulation. Vitamin A is another nutrient widely recognized for its role in supporting eye health, skin integrity, and immune function, making it a common component of supplements marketed to older adults. However, not all forms of vitamin A are created equal, and certain synthetic versions, namely retinol palmitate and retinol acetate, can pose serious health risks when they accumulate in the body over time. Unlike beta-carotene, a plant-based precursor to vitamin A found in foods like carrots and sweet potatoes, which the body converts into vitamin A only as needed, synthetic forms are not as easily regulated. This lack of regulation can lead to dangerous buildup, particularly in seniors, whose metabolic processes may not efficiently clear excess vitamin A. When synthetic vitamin A exceeds safe levels, it tends to accumulate in the liver and soft tissues, including the brain, where it can wreak havoc on the already fragile microvascular system. A 2014 study published in the journal Stroke found that individuals with elevated serum retinol levels faced a significantly higher risk of ischemic stroke, a condition caused by restricted blood flow to the brain. Excessive synthetic vitamin A can constrict small blood vessels, trigger oxidative stress, and elevate intracranial pressure, all of which are known risk factors for stroke, chronic headaches, dizziness, double vision, nosebleeds, or unexplained nausea. These symptoms are often dismissed as normal signs of aging, but they could be red flags signaling the long-term accumulation of synthetic vitamin A from daily multivitamins or fortified foods. Seniors are particularly vulnerable because the liver's ability to metabolize and excrete vitamin A declines with age, increasing the likelihood of toxic buildup. If you regularly consume cod liver oil, organ meats, like liver, vitamin A fortified milk, or enriched cereals, you may unknowingly exceed the recommended daily intake of vitamin A, which is 900 micrograms RAE, retinol activity equivalents, for men and 700 micrograms RAE for women. In some cases, total intake can double or triple safe limits, especially when combined with multivitamins containing retinol palmitate or acetate. To stay safe, carefully review the labels of your supplements. Avoid products listing retinol palmitate or retinol acetate unless explicitly prescribed by a physician for a specific medical condition, such as a diagnosed vitamin A deficiency. Instead, opt for beta-carotene from natural sources like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, kale, or pumpkin, which allow the body to regulate vitamin A production naturally, preventing toxic accumulation. For those taking supplements to support eye health, consider safer alternatives containing beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, which have been shown to enhance retinal health and protect against age-related macular degeneration without compromising brain vascular health. If you've been using synthetic vitamin A supplements for more than 3 months, it's prudent to consult your doctor for a blood test to check your liver enzymes and serum retinol levels. Early detection of elevated vitamin A can allow for timely intervention, such as adjusting your supplement routine or increasing dietary sources of beta-carotene, to reverse accumulation before it becomes a serious threat. By making informed choices, you can support your vision and overall health without risking your brain's delicate vascular system. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Ginkgo biloba, a double-edged sword for brain health. Ginkgo biloba, derived from the maidenhair tree, has been a cornerstone of herbal medicine for centuries and remains one of the most popular supplements among seniors in the United States. Marketed for its purported ability to boost memory, enhance cerebral blood flow, and slow cognitive decline, Ginkgo is often seen as a natural solution for maintaining brain health. However, recent research has uncovered significant risks associated with its use, particularly for adults over 60, when taken in high doses, in synthetic forms, or without proper medical oversight. Ginkgo contains active compounds, such as ginkgolides and bilobalides, which promote vasodilation, widening of blood vessels, and inhibit platelet aggregation, clumping of blood cells. While these properties can enhance circulation when carefully managed, they also significantly increase the risk of bleeding, especially when combined with blood-thinning medications like aspirin, warfarin, clopidogrel, or even over-the-counter pain relievers like ibuprofen. A 2018 study published in Neurology found that older adults taking high doses of Ginkgo faced a 38% increased risk of brain hemorrhage, a potentially catastrophic event. Another case report in the Journal of Geriatric Psychotherapy documented a spontaneous brain bleed in a patient who combined Ginkgo with a daily low-dose aspirin regimen, highlighting the dangers of this combination. The risks are compounded by the lack of regulation in the supplement industry. Many over-the-counter Ginkgo products fail to clearly label the concentration of active compounds or may be adulterated with synthetic additives to enhance their effects. This lack of transparency leaves consumers unaware of how much Ginkgo they're ingesting, increasing the potential for overdose. As blood vessels naturally weaken with age, the combination of Ginkgo's blood-thinning effects and fragile microvessels can lead to serious consequences, including intracranial hemorrhages or subdural hematomas. Warning signs of excessive Ginkgo use or bleeding risk include sudden dizziness, slurred speech, confusion, intense headaches, or vision changes. These symptoms should prompt immediate medical attention, as they may signal an early brain hemorrhage. To stay safe, check your Ginkgo supplements label for a standardized extract ratio, such as 24% flavone glycosides and 6% terpene lactones, which indicates a controlled and safer formulation. If this information is missing, it's best to discontinue use and consult your healthcare provider. Safer alternatives for supporting memory and brain circulation include low-dose omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish oil or flaxseed, Bacopa monnieri, or ceticoline, all of which have been shown to enhance cognitive function without significantly altering blood clotting. Additionally, incorporating foods rich in nitric oxide, such as beets, arugula, spinach, or pomegranate, can naturally improve cerebral blood flow in a controlled and sustainable way. These foods support vascular health by enhancing oxygen and nutrient delivery to brain cells without the risks associated with Ginkgo. Ultimately, nourishing brain health after age 60 is not about thinning the blood excessively but about ensuring a steady, safe supply of oxygen and nutrients to every neuron. Ginkgo biloba, while potentially beneficial in specific cases, requires careful medical oversight to avoid serious complications, particularly in older adults with age-related vascular changes. Vitamin B6, a double-edged sword for nerve health and stroke risk. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, is a water-soluble vitamin celebrated for its critical role in supporting nerve function, boosting metabolism, and alleviating symptoms such as tingling or numbness in the extremities. It is a staple in the diets and supplement regimens of many older adults, widely available in multivitamins, nerve health supplements, energy drinks, and fortified foods like breakfast cereals, protein bars, and even some plant-based milk alternatives. Its accessibility and reputation as a safe nutrient make it a go-to choice for seniors seeking to maintain energy levels, support cognitive health, and manage neuropathic symptoms. However, an often overlooked danger lies in the excessive consumption of vitamin B6, which can transform this seemingly benign nutrient into a neurotoxic agent with serious implications, particularly for older adults. A pivotal 2017 study published in Clinical Nutrition revealed that prolonged use of high-dose vitamin B6 supplements, typically exceeding 100 milligrams per day, was associated with a doubled risk of sensory neuropathy in older adults. Sensory neuropathy manifests as numbness, tingling, muscle weakness, and an unsteady gait, which can severely impair mobility and quality of life. These symptoms can be mistaken for normal aging or other neurological conditions, delaying proper diagnosis and intervention. More alarmingly, excessive B6 intake has been linked to an increased risk of stroke, particularly ischemic stroke, which occurs when blood flow to the brain is obstructed. High doses of B6 can elevate levels of homocysteine, an amino acid that, when present in excess, triggers inflammation and promotes atherosclerosis, the hardening and narrowing of blood vessels. This is especially dangerous in the brain's delicate microvasculature, where even minor blockages can lead to catastrophic consequences. A 2019 study published in Stroke demonstrated that elevated homocysteine levels were associated with a significantly higher risk of ischemic stroke, even in individuals with otherwise normal blood pressure and cholesterol profiles. For seniors, whose blood vessels may already be compromised by age-related changes, this risk is particularly pronounced. The danger is compounded when vitamin B6 is taken in combination with other B vitamins, such as B12 or folic acid, without regular monitoring of homocysteine levels. Many older adults unknowingly consume excessive amounts of B6 by combining multiple sources: multivitamins, nerve support formulas, energy drinks, and fortified foods, resulting in daily intakes that can easily reach 200 to 300 milligrams, far exceeding the recommended upper limit of 100 milligrams per day set by the National Institutes of Health, NIH. For context, the recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for adults over 50 is just 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams per day, highlighting how quickly supplemental doses can accumulate to unsafe levels. Older adults are particularly vulnerable to the toxic effects of B6 due to age-related declines in liver and kidney function, which impair the body's ability to metabolize and excrete water-soluble vitamins. This can lead to a gradual buildup of B6 in the bloodstream, increasing the risk of nerve damage and vascular complications. Early warning signs of B6 toxicity, such as hand tremors, leg numbness, dizziness upon standing, or difficulty with coordination, may be subtle and easily dismissed as part of aging. However, these symptoms can signal the onset of irreversible nerve damage or an impending vascular event. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. To mitigate these risks, older adults should take proactive steps to evaluate their B6 intake. Start by reviewing the labels of all supplements, fortified foods, and beverages consumed daily. If the cumulative B6 intake exceeds 100 milligrams, consider reducing consumption or switching to lower-dose formulations. Time-release B6 supplements pose a particular risk, as they can lead to a slow, insidious accumulation in the body, often without immediate symptoms until significant damage has occurred. For those with a history of high blood pressure, transient ischemic attacks, TIAs, or mini-strokes, or memory impairment, consulting a healthcare provider is critical. A simple blood test can measure homocysteine levels and assess whether B6 supplementation is contributing to vascular inflammation. If supplementation is necessary, opt for moderate doses, 10 to 25 milligrams per day, and prioritize whole food sources of B6, such as eggs, chicken, tuna, salmon, bananas, chickpeas, and leafy greens like spinach or kale. These foods provide bioavailable forms of B6 alongside complementary nutrients like magnesium and fiber, which support vascular health and reduce the risk of toxicity. Synthetic vitamin E, a hidden threat to brain health. Vitamin E is widely marketed as a powerhouse antioxidant, touted for its potential to protect heart health, enhance cognitive function, and improve skin vitality. For older adults, it's often viewed as a cornerstone of anti-aging regimens, found in nearly every mainstream multivitamin and promoted in skincare products and heart health supplements. However, the widespread use of synthetic vitamin E, labeled as DL-alpha tocopherol or DL-alpha tocopherol acetate, poses significant risks that are rarely discussed in mainstream health narratives. Unlike its natural counterpart, D-alpha tocopherol, synthetic vitamin E is poorly absorbed by the body and can disrupt the delicate balance of other vitamin E forms, including gamma-tocopherol and tocotrienols. These lesser-known compounds are critical for their anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties, particularly in maintaining the integrity of the brain's microvasculature. When synthetic vitamin E dominates, it can suppress the activity of these beneficial forms, leading to an imbalance that impairs the body's natural clotting mechanisms. This increases the risk of excessive bleeding, particularly in the brain's fragile capillaries, which are already vulnerable in older adults due to age-related vascular changes. A landmark study, the alpha-tocopherol beta-carotene cancer prevention (ATBC) trial, conducted in Finland with nearly 29,000 participants, provided compelling evidence of these dangers. The study found that high doses of synthetic vitamin E, above 50 milligrams, equivalent to approximately 75 IU, increased the risk of hemorrhagic stroke by 22% compared to those who did not supplement. Hemorrhagic stroke, caused by bleeding in the brain, is particularly devastating and often fatal. Another study published in JAMA in 2005 further highlighted the risks, reporting a significant increase in intracranial bleeding among older adults taking synthetic vitamin E alongside blood-thinning medications like aspirin or warfarin, especially in those with pre-existing vascular weaknesses or poorly controlled hypertension. The consequences of synthetic vitamin E toxicity can be catastrophic, with symptoms such as slurred speech, sudden weakness, blurred vision, or severe headaches often serving as the first indicators of a serious problem. Tragically, these symptoms may not appear until significant damage has occurred, underscoring the importance of preventive action. To protect yourself, scrutinize supplement labels for DL-alpha tocopherol or DL-alpha tocopherol acetate, which indicate synthetic forms. Instead, seek out supplements containing natural D-alpha tocopherol, ideally combined with mixed tocopherols and tocotrienols for balanced antioxidant support. For individuals taking blood thinners, limiting vitamin E intake to under 150 IU per day is advisable, with a preference for food-based sources like avocados, spinach, almonds, sunflower seeds, and olive oil. These foods provide bioavailable vitamin E alongside plant-based compounds like polyphenol and healthy fats, which enhance vascular resilience and reduce the risk of stroke. Vitamin B12. The risks of cyanocobalamin and stroke. Vitamin B12, or cobalamin, is essential for nerve health, red blood cell production, and cognitive function, making it a critical nutrient for older adults, who often experience reduced absorption due to age-related declines in stomach acid and intrinsic factor production. However, the form of B12 commonly found in supplements and injections, cyanocobalamin, carries hidden risks when used in high doses or without proper medical oversight. Cyanocobalamin is a synthetic form of B12 that must be converted by the liver into its active form, methylcobalamin, to be utilized by the body. This conversion process generates a small amount of cyanide as a byproduct, which is typically detoxified efficiently in younger individuals. However, in older adults with compromised liver and kidney function, this toxin can accumulate over time, contributing to systemic stress and inflammation. A 2020 study published in Stroke found that seniors with excessively high B12 levels, particularly from cyanocobalamin injections or high-dose supplements, exceeding 1,000 micrograms per day, were 3.5 times more likely to experience an ischemic stroke compared to those with normal levels. This risk was amplified when cyanocobalamin was combined with high doses of folic acid, which further elevated homocysteine levels, promoting blood vessel inflammation and clot formation. Symptoms of B12-related complications, such as confusion, one-sided weakness, blurred vision, or lightheadedness, should never be dismissed, as they may indicate a transient ischemic attack or early stroke. To minimize risks, older adults should request a blood test to confirm B12 deficiency before starting supplementation. If supplementation is necessary, opt for methylcobalamin, which is the body's natural, active form and does not produce cyanide. A maintenance dose of 250 to 500 micrograms, taken 2 to 3 times per week, is generally sufficient for most individuals without a confirmed deficiency. Food sources like shellfish, clams, oysters, liver, salmon, eggs, and fortified dairy products provide bioavailable B12 alongside other nutrients that support brain and vascular health. For those with a history of hypertension, blood clotting disorders, or previous strokes, avoiding high-dose B12 supplements and injections is critical to preventing potentially life-threatening complications. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Practical steps for safe vitamin use after age 60. The risks associated with vitamins B6, E, and B12 underscore a broader truth. After age 60, even seemingly minor health decisions can have profound consequences. Age-related declines in circulation, metabolism, and organ function make older adults uniquely vulnerable to the adverse effects of micronutrient imbalances. The good news is that these risks are largely preventable with informed choices and proactive management. Read labels carefully. Check all supplements, fortified foods, and beverages for synthetic forms, e.g., DL-alpha-tocopherol, cyanocobalamin, or excessive doses of vitamins B6, E, or B12. Aim to keep B6 below 100 mg, vitamin E below 150 IU, and B12 below 500 micrograms daily unless medically indicated. Monitor homocysteine levels. If you're taking B vitamins or experiencing symptoms like numbness, tremors, or cognitive changes, ask your doctor to test your homocysteine levels to assess stroke risk. Prioritize whole foods. Incorporate nutrient-rich foods like eggs, fish, leafy greens, nuts, and avocados to meet vitamin needs safely and sustainably. Consult your healthcare team. Discuss your supplement regimen with your doctor or a registered dietitian, especially if you take medications like blood thinners, have a history of stroke, or have impaired liver or kidney function. Be cautious with combinations. Avoid combining high doses of B6, B12, and folic acid without medical supervision, as they can synergistically increase homocysteine levels. By reassessing your vitamin intake, choosing natural forms over synthetic ones, and prioritizing whole foods, you can harness the benefits of these essential nutrients while minimizing the risk of stroke, nerve damage, or brain hemorrhage. Small changes today, such as swapping a high-dose supplement for a nutrient-dense meal, can safeguard your cognition, mobility, and independence for years to come. Thank you for staying with us until the very end of this eye-opening journey into the hidden risks of common vitamins for seniors. We've uncovered how seemingly harmless supplements, from synthetic vitamin E to Ginkgo biloba, can silently increase your stroke risk if taken incorrectly, and shared practical steps to protect your brain health with safer choices like natural food sources and careful label reading. What's one key lesson you've learned from this video that you're ready to put into practice to safeguard your health? Please share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear how this information is helping you take charge of your wellness. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more vital health insights to keep you thriving after 60.